Got it. Done. So it's pretty far away from like I wonder why both of these are sitting there. No, I'm not gonna start until like 10 minutes before. See how this is all. Yeah, give me. I don't like it being up this high either. There's no point. Doesn't help. Does that change anything? Apparently. It just makes it too hard to get up there and change anything. No, they asked me, it's like, this my calling. Well, you can come with me. Hope it's just mess with the phone thing. We didn't change that. We're not sitting up here. We're not sitting up here. I'm not doing the broadcast. For sure, straightforward. This has always been the same, right? This white one right here. That hasn't changed. Here's one of the supposed to be ERS to TRS. Because this one right here is a TRS. That because it has like 3 different things. Yeah. Actually, I don't even see the option to do original. So let's see if you're select mine. It's got like this whole thing. Yeah, so. Wonder if you need to change the.
I'm gonna give these to you now.
Where do you go back? Just done right here. Done, right. Sorry. I don't know. Let's go ahead and start it so she can test it. So muted or is it muted? So if it's not working, will you not hear anything? Yeah, sure. Yeah. So and then if it doesn't work, you just unplug it and it just picks up. Yeah. Okay. It's been really frustrating. And I have like these video microphones that are wireless, but I can't find the receiver. I have 2 transmitters and those. I can't find the receiver. So. But with that, each person would pick one up there. No, I would just leave it up on the pulpit. Oh, okay. As long as they didn't like get it with their hand, it'd be okay. We'd plug it in the receiver on this end. Gotcha. We should, but it could be. Well, yeah. If this doesn't work, which it doesn't before, we have to be up the sound just from the phone itself, so it's easier squawking. It would be best if our family did security. That's fine. You're scared. It's pulling from your phone. Oh, right now it is. Oh.
There's one for Mike. Let's see if that works. Still picking it up.
Not working.
It's not working, so
Yeah, no kidding.
it's really frustrating.
We don't know who added that cord in there originally. Okay. Okay. I'll just put these back in the front out.
Keep that in there.
Ways of announcements. It's great to be able to. That's 3 o'clock for kids turning each. Second class, you be society. That was all the youth. Now the adults will be in the chapel here. Then, as a reminder, War Temple Night is on February 9th for all of our couples. version. Assignment for students. State Valentine's. Would like to attend that dance. And join Brother Sheets and his study group that night. We'd like to start our meeting off with opening hymn by singing 243, Let's All Press On. Rich educational message. So, business, following individuals and released. That the Ricky as a music coordinator. Sister Cameron Moulton or Bolton as a young woman specialist, and Sister Alpha Patrona leading. We propose that they be given a release for those who wish to express appreciation at this time. Now, the following individuals have been called and enclosed that they be sustained. Stand as being Fred, Caden and Jessica Wilkinson as primary teachers. Bridget Allen as a music coordinator. Kristen Oliver as a young women's assistant camp director. Camry Bolton as a young women's advisor. And Alice Bushman as a young advisor. Those in favor be manifested by the uplifted hand. Those opposed, if any, may also manifest it. Thank you. We would like to recognize the following youth that advanced from primary to the youth programs, which is not a small thing. Emmett Barker, Lincoln Broadus, Dane Coates, Caden Gardner, Mac Johnson, Logan Woodbury, Sophie Farnham, Morgan Gray, Abigail Brewster, David Roderick, Randy Dunn, Lillian McKay, McKinley Mullins, Peyton Nixon, Caitlin Pearson, Sabrina Pearson, Ella Schaefer, Mackenzie Wright, Alea Teschner, Olivia Wallace. Those are also members to youth programs. This time, we'd like to turn the time over to Brother Woodbury, who has some state business. Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. The following is position of the state. Both of them given going for that. Please, both of them here. Lord, thanks for their service. Home and state society president. Mr. Boyd and Eden to the State Police Society First Council. Mr. Dan Hillary. State Society. Talia and State Society. Those who wish to express appreciation. Following individuals have been called to the following positions. Julie Ray Stone, Board and State. Amanda Spencer Hanley on the Education Board and State Police Society Second Counselor. Sister Lee Barrett from the Canyon Board and State Police Society Secretary. Those in favor may manifest by the thank you. We'll move to our Sacramant for meeting by seeing hymn number 195, How Great the Wisdom and the Love. Yeah, right, understandable. Go as thus. The first speaker will be Sister Sarah. Then it will be we'll see Messiah in number 47. Finished by come, read the love of the Lord in number 119, which are benediction gives us.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Sarah Toolson, I've been in the Lord for about 3 years. Dr. and Bill, who is 4, and Bonnie, who's 19 months. And then any day now, we're expecting our second son. And so, me being out here, is but my topic today was on the top, given by our prophet, our most recent October General Conference, titled Overcoming the World and Finding Rest. When I read through this talk, it reminded me of when I heard it during the conference. One of the quotes that stuck out was, "In the coming days, we will see the greatest manifestations of the Savior's power that the world has seen." I remember I wasn't completely tuned in, I was probably attending kids. But as soon as the prophet said that, I remember it just kind of struck me really deeply in my mind and my heart. His expression showed that he had felt the same way in power that it held. So I know studying this talk has helped me recognize how I can more intentionally prepare. So overcoming the world and finding rest. First, I want to talk about overcoming the world. As I pondered what it means to overcome something, definitions such as to not get hooked in or to not give up, ride triumphant, went through my mind. And I continued to read, and so the prophet said it's to rise above. Overcoming is an ongoing action to rise above what is around you. We are surrounded by a lot of heavy complexities that feel that quicksand to our hopes of a solution or a resolution. In fact, the prophet even said, "We are presently living in what surely is a most complicated time in the history of the world." So how can we rise above it? He offers us this wisdom. What does it mean to overcome the world? It means overcoming the temptation to care more about the things of us than the things of God. It means trusting the doctrine of Christ more than the philosophies of men. So I ask myself, what things am I caring about that are more from the pressures or worries of the world than the doctrine of Christ? This type of mental talk or self-check reminded me of past experiences doing my spring cleaning. I reach a point where I'm forced to kind of look around and be honest with myself and decide what's cluttering my home, making things messy, isn't doing me or my family any good. Just making space, and I get it out of my home. As anyone relates to this, you probably see where this is going. Sometimes we feel bogged down with the weight of the world, and we need to do a similar thing. Be real with ourselves, look inside and say, okay, what is cluttering my mind and heart, making me a mess, not doing me or my family any good, cares or sins that are not helping me to grow closer to Christ, and on top of that, making me feel overwhelmed or inadequate. Let me make a mental list or a pile, if you will, and do what it takes to get it out of my mind, my heart. The prophet said, now overcoming the world certainly does not mean becoming perfect. Nor does it mean that your problems will magically evaporate because they won't. And it does not mean that you won't still make mistakes. But overcoming the world does mean your resistance to them will increase. Your heart will soften as your faith in Jesus Christ increases. Overcoming the world means growing to love God and His beloved Son more than you love anyone or anything else. He says as we do this, we can overcome the spiritually and emotionally exhausting plagues of the world, including arrogance, pride, anger, immorality, hatred, greed, jealousy, and fear. Despite the distractions and distortions all around us, you can find true rest, meaning relief and peace, even amidst your most vexing problems. For everyone, there's different worldly pressures and temptations, but through the Savior and His infinite atonement, we can be lifted above the worldly baggage we accumulate, clutter, junk, and give it, let it go. We'll then have much more room in our heart and our minds for the things of God, the thoughts and aspirations that He would like us to have. Thoughts like, I am a child of God. My Savior atoned for me. Repentance is a continual gift for me. I am destined to make and keep and return to my parents. Jesus, philosophies of the world from my and instead learning and loving the doctrine of Jesus Christ is like clearing out all the old texts and apps and gifts and duplicate photos on your phone and freeing up the storage so you have room for a new software update. And sometimes it takes a minute to get used to the movements, but over time you adjust when you're willing to let go of the worldly cares and philosophies of men. You access a whole new opportunity to grow, develop, and level up in your relationship with Christ. You update to a higher, holier quality of life and living that's ongoing. You can't expect to do this process all at once. We step. It's something we continually work at. We keep refining ourselves, realigning our focus more and more. Russell and Nelson said, overcoming the world is not an event that happens in a day or two. It happens over a lifetime because we repeatedly embrace the doctrine. We cultivate faith in Jesus Christ by repenting daily and keeping covenants that endow us with. We stay on the covenant path and are blessed with spiritual strength, personal revelation, increasing faith, and the ministering of angels. Living the doctrine of Christ can produce the most powerful, virtuous cycle, creating spiritual momentum in our lives. So overcoming the world, and I quote, is trusting in the doctrine of Christ, more than the philosophy of man, doing good, and choosing to refrain from anything that's truly disturbing. Our prophet teaches us to strive to live the life of Jesus Christ, hearts and natures and change. The Savior lifts us above the pull of this fallen world by blessing us with greater charity, humility, generosity, kindness, self-discipline, peace, and rest. So this brings us to the finding rest part. So as we continue, we ourselves change. And the Savior lifts us and blesses us with His characteristics with rest. Ezra Taft Benson said, men and women who turn their lives over to God will discover that He can make a lot more out of their lives than they can. He will deepen their joys, expand their vision, quicken their minds, let their spirits multiply their blessings, increase their opportunities, comfort their souls, raise up friends, and pour out peace. So how do we do this? Turn our lives over to God and His will, so that we can experience the blessing of rest and peace. I believe that the prophet's telling us it's through commitment to the covenant path, being baptized, going to church, partaking of the sacrament, going to the temple and making covenants there, and keeping those covenants, treasuring them, prioritizing them, protecting them, making choices that allow God to prevail in our lives as we endure to the end. Well, this sounds like a lot of intentional action, but not so much like rest. Our prophet said, I grieve for those who leave the church because they feel membership requires too much of them. They have not yet discovered that making and keeping covenants actually makes life easy. Each person who makes covenants in baptismal fonts and in temples and keeps them has increased access to the power of Jesus Christ. He goes on to say that the reward for keeping covenants with God is heavenly power that strengthens us to withstand our trials and temptations. Better. This power eases our way. Those who live the higher laws of Jesus Christ have access to his higher power. Thus, covenant keepers have special benefits that comes to them through their covenantal relationship with God. Is this sounding like your idea of rest yet? What is this special kind of rest that we receive through making and keeping covenants? True rest. And that means relief and peace. So if there's a true rest, is there a counterfeit rest or a false idea of rest? The world would have us think rest is checking out, doing nothing, lying in the sun on a beach somewhere, listening to the waves, being idle, lack of work, progress. So I looked up a little information about what our physical body does when it's in a state of rest, such as rest from exercise. Appropriate timely rest from your exercise routine allows your body to repair damaged tissues from mechanical stress. It needs rest to allow your circulatory system to deliver oxygen and nutrients needed to repair the damaged tissues. If that doesn't sound like doing nothing, but what about ultimate rest? Not just relaxing or taking a break from something, but sleep. Surely this matches the world's depiction of rest. Well, here's some things that happen during sleep. The brain stores new information and gets rid of toxic waste. Sleep allows the brain and body to slow down and engage in processes of recovery, promoting better physical and mental performance the next day and over the long term. Getting the sleep you need is crucial. It's critical for functions like breathing, heart rate, and brain activity. So yet again, this is not what the world would have you do rest to be. But truly, scientifically, rest is allowing the life-enhancing, life-preserving things to take priority within us. And this in turn leaves us renewed, recharged, and ready for another day. Who can offer this true rest to our souls, our spirit, our body, and mind? The prophet reminds us of the Savior's standing promise when we make covenants with God. Covenants mean, all you that labor and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. As the prophet said, I call upon you, my dear brothers and sisters, to become this righteous people. Cherish and honor your covenants above all other commitments. As you let God prevail in your life, I promise you greater peace, joy, confidence, and yes, rest. This ongoing gift of rest that He offers us is not that we'll be able to lay back and do nothing, but that we will have peace, confidence, and joy in our mortality, that we can feel an ongoing spiritual power, the one we need to be recharged, renewed, ready, and better for the days ahead. Saying this with another chance for self-evaluation, not of what I need to let go of this time, but of what I need to prioritize. How am I allowing God to prevail in my life so that I can access His broken invitation to this gift, His gift of true rest? Am I allowing the critical components to my spiritual survival take priority in my daily life. It's my honor and commitments. Staying on this. Daily connections. Continual companionship with the Lord. The list could go on. The church has been encouraging us to be more spiritually self-aware, to do these personal interviews within our own mind and heart, not just handing us every do and don't in black and white, but asking us to have a deep and personal relationship with God, directing our agency, accessing our divine right to personal revelation, and to understand His desire and His will, and wanting it to be our own. The prophet, of course, said it better in his quote, as I have stated before, the gathering of Israel is the most important. One crucial element of this gathering is preparing a people who are more able to a people who have already chosen Jesus Christ over this fallen world, a people who was placed in their agency to live higher and are we using our agency to live the higher and holier laws of Jesus Christ? I bear my testimony that if we willingly and intentionally use our agency to live these higher and holier laws, we will be blessed with Christ's power to not only overcome the world as we journey along the covenant, but that we can journey joyfully as we experience the true rest that only He can offer us along our way. That we will be ready to take part in the coming days spoken, where we will see the greatest manifestations of the Savior's power that we've always seen. I bear my testimony that I know Russell Nelson is a prophet of God, and saying this talk is supported by a testimony in that. I'm grateful for the book of Mormon, and I know that it is true. I know that it was brought back by the true prophet Joseph Smith. I am grateful for my family and all my wonderful blessings, and I know that as we focus on the teachings of the prophets and having these personal interviews with ourselves, conversations where we can better prepare ourselves. I say these things in Jesus'
I think before my wife and I moved here. And. Tradition. Churches. Helps us and just. Awesome. It's. Yeah, it's been based in middle school, just it's people were displaced, you know, didn't have the break of life. It's class. And it wasn't just the church that I talking about. It was wow. But I was went to the gas station, then went to the bus station, bus afterwards, there was no kids. And so it was like, you had your vehicle for the storage. That was it. We were in a small town, so you need to go somewhere serious. Anyway, there was another time where the cities, they had, there was fantasy. Got something in. So the city said, don't touch the water. You can flush your toilets. You can wash your clothes and just don't touch it. So that's and I remember writing this talk came out of the city. A lot of organizations, a lot of water down because they're rushing home. Anyway, I think it's maybe the few things. Somebody it's a part of the state. It is where they're all hanging out. If you're not, it's kind of scary. And so in some of these situations, disaster water it's you're prepared here. Now I know the purpose of temperance is primarily the spiritual. Secrets get more convenience. Presidents can attendance at Sacramant meetings, years, fasting, prayer, teaching, control of bodily appetites, preaching the gospel, studying the scriptures. Each act of dedication or obedience is a drop added to our story. Deeds of kindness, payment of offerings and tithes, chasing thoughts and actions buried in the covenant for eternity. These conditions importantly to the oil which can make fuel our exhausted lives. And what Sarah said that that's the main lesson. I do want to take the time today to talk about preparedness. Just like those examples I shared, the church has counseled us to have certain things for, right, whether it's a emergency funds, or maybe there's some food stores, water storage, there's other, preparedness supply that we can from. Just by very planned. I think there was just recently the pandemic. You didn't have toilet paper. Yeah. Oh. Some states. But I think we've been counseled by our church leaders to prepare ourselves spiritually, which absolutely, but also prepare ourselves temporally in the event of emergencies. And again, it's not like the coming of days. It's not water issues. There's been a ton of layoffs. I know that recently, and now I've met out of my friends and say, hey, so there layoffs, pandemics, of course, illnesses, there's a variety of things. It's not just the second coming. So the church has done quite a bit. Get prepared. There's the Provident Living website. Speak about it from time to time. There's a storage center in Saratoga Springs. Our ward, we actually have our Great farm, specialists. And me, Caleb, we just finished. Yeah, so this committee, we got a few things. We had a meeting, but a few things planned. To talk about what's coming this year, just get some things on your radar. So wherever you are in your preparedness, or however full your families, you take advantage of something. So we broke down so this quarter is second. The idea is each quarter we send out monthly newsletters, and those newsletters are going to focus on that project. Now, we sent a newsletter out a few weeks ago. It talks about finances. Brother Farmer sent that out. It's with your emails that I have the church. Reach out to any of us. But we encourage you all to read. There are also things and also attached to those newsletters are attached is a monthly shopping list. So another thing we've done is the church provided a shopping list for long-term storage for 12 months. You can find that in the storage center. But what we did is we took that and we cut it in person and broke it over 12 months and put it $40 to $50 a month. Each month, we will count it as so you may not have any watching food storage. This is a great place, great way to it's broken. need. Like I said, it's 40, 50 bucks. If you already got some, this is a great way to just slowly add a little bit more. If the idea was 40 to 50 is not much, we hope that could fit any budget. So even if you just get eating out once a month, you can afford to just take it out of hop. So do that at Costco or Smith, you hop over to there, and it's just a box of food. It's going to cost you. Either way, different. One other way that we are supporting folks is those activities that focus, and we'll let you know more about this later. The idea is there's some general information about throughout the year. We'll have some discussion. Just we're just here, family experience. Communication, and that's especially ready. Anyway, I hope you're parts of everyone's here and buying the again back to these lands, I drop some nobody's affiliate around for you, we all do it ourselves, and it's easy to just take it one little small step at a time. I think it is a great way to, and I know you see which should be.
Dear Father in heaven, we first of all for the state of that you receive the full margin. Father, then our hearts and his